Hi, this is Tara McGillicuddy, and this is your Empath Now Empowerment Reading for the week of March 31st, 2019. And this week I am using the Goddess Oracle Power Deck by Colette Baron-Reid. But before I start the reading, I'd just like to thank all my subscribers and followers. And want to remind you, if you have not done so yet, to go to empathnow.com and sign up now for the Empath Now Empowerment Toolkit that will be coming out very soon, later this spring. Okay, as we come into this week, we are finally out of Mercury retrograde, so things are going to start moving forward. You know, we may have been a little stuck over the past 3 weeks. So this week, not only are we finally coming out of Mercury retrograde, Friday we have a new moon, and the new moon can be a great time to bring new things into your life, to manifest new things. But before we do that, what's important this week is that, this week is a great time, especially around the new moon on Friday the 5th, to bring new things in, but to help them come in and to help us manifest things better, it's important this week to focus on forgiveness. And most of you listening, it's more about self-forgiveness. So before you start thinking about what you want manifesting, what you want to bring in, a lot of us listening are really going to have to delve deep into things about ourselves and forgive ourselves. It may be connected to forgiving somebody else, might be involved in this, but the biggest message I am getting is it's about self-forgiveness. And also getting back to that, bringing new things in. Some of us can be really successful, be very fortunate, bring in a new type of fortune. That connected to the self-forgiveness, let's also look at really be truthful about ourselves. As human beings, we all have strengths, we all have weaknesses, we all have great abilities, but we all have challenges. So let's really look at ourselves and be truthful about maybe what some of our weaknesses may be, what some of our challenges may be, and accept that's how we are. Not to, beat yourself up at all, but just there may be something going on in your life that you may be avoiding, you may not be looking at truthfully. And if you finally look at that, forgive yourself for whatever it is or whatever's connecting to it, these two things can really help you bring something new and positive into your life later this week. And for each person, it's different. And for some people, it might be something simple. It may not be a deep thing. It might be simply like, okay, I've been procrastinating about exercising for the past 3 weeks. Maybe I'm just going to have to accept the fact that the way I'm going about it may not be the best way. It might be something as simple as that. So it may not be a really deep emotional thing, but there's something I think each one of us is listening to that it's going to be really important to really look at it truthfully and accept it. Just, okay, I'm not going to avoid it anymore. I'm not going to pretend it doesn't exist as harsh. And it may not even be harsh. It may, like I said, it might just be something simple. But this is really going to help us manifest things later in this week. But the self-forgiveness, and it probably is for a lot of people listening, connected to that radical acceptance that, okay, this is who I am. I'm going to accept myself. I'm going to forgive myself. I'm going to own whatever it is I'm doing. And, maybe change it, but the acceptance and forgiveness is huge this week. And some of you listening, I'd say for maybe like 10% of you listening, it's about somebody else. But for like the 90%, the rest of us, this is about ourselves. So forgiveness, self-forgiveness, and radical acceptance of whatever it is, whoever we are. And it may be a positive thing. It might be something, you're coming out of the closet with your spiritual gifts or something like that, or I'm ready to. It may not necessarily be something that's negative or a challenge, but let's this week really focus on that. All right, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this Empath Now Empowerment message. And Thank you again for subscribing and following me on social media. And remember, if you have not done so yet, go over to empathnow.com and sign up for the free Empath Now Empowerment Toolkit. Thanks again for listening.